Alrighty, so I've got this old Apple IIe, looks a little bit beaten up, but it's still working, and I kind of need your help. So I never had an Apple IIe, and I have actually really no clue about an Apple IIe. So that's why I need your help. And especially there are 3 cards in this Apple IIe, and I want to know what they are actually doing. Okay, so alrighty, so we have 3 cards in that computer. And now we're gonna have a closer look. Okay, so as you see, all the Apples, I guess the Apple II and the IIe, they had these kind of slot cards that you could pop in. Let's take out the first one. Okay, so the first one, I guess I do not need your help. So it reads drive 1 and 2. So pretty sure that's for the floppy disk. And this one is from Apple Computer, 1978. I guess the Apple IIe, but as I said, I have never had one. I'm not an expert. It's maybe younger than 78, but that doesn't matter. So that's how it looks like. And I'm pretty sure you just pop in the disk drives here and there. So now this one, that's the second one. And I guess, well, it reads here, A2 parallel interface. So that's just a parallel interface, which makes sense, I guess, for if you wanted to connect a printer. Somehow these 2 sockets here for chips are not populated. And it actually connects to this wire here. And I'm going to show you the backside of the computer later. Made in Singapore, and this one is made in 1981. And it's also an original Apple. So this one, that's quite interesting. It's also from Apple. And I guess now that I take it out, it kind of explains what it is. It reads Apple IIe Extended 80 Color RGB. I guess not 80 colors, sorry, it's 80 columns. So you can have an 80 columns mode where you have 80 characters instead of just 40, I guess. I also think it has some, I would reckon, like some RAM chips here. Kind of a jumper here, or dip switches here as well. There's the backside, and it does not read when it was made, but it's made in the US. That's from a time where not everything was made abroad. So it's actually cool that it's made in the US of A, like that. And you see, it was actually connected to this slot. And this one actually reads aux connector. So you can just slot it in here. Now, we also have the, if you want to call it the motherboard or main board in here. So you see the keyboard is connected to here. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus this one, 8 slots. So that's actually pretty cool. So it's pretty expandable. Then we have the RAM chips. The RAM chips here. I guess this one has 64 kilobytes. And let's just go have a look here if you're interested how it looks inside. And that's the main processor, the CPU. It's a 65 CO2P, but I guess that is the same processor you would find in a Commodore 64, for instance. And I guess even the Nintendo NES had the 6502 and many other computers, of course. I do not find a date. Oh, yeah, I'll find a date here. So it's an Apple IIe made in you see it here, 84. And now I'm showing you the back side of it. So that's where the serial, or no, sorry, that's where actually the 80 column card is connected. So maybe that's like an RGB output here. Then that's the parallel card. And then most likely that's a serial. And that's for tape in and tape out. And that's for the monitor. And you see for all these cards, you have like breakouts here. So, and down here, we actually have a speaker. And now I'm gonna put it all together again. As I said, I never had one. I've just gotten this one. Well, I got it 2 years ago, but I could never fiddle around with it. And I really wonder what other cards could fit in here, what one could do. I was actually hoping that this computer has what I guess they call a language card. As far as I know, it was made by Microsoft, which had a C80 or Z80 processor on it, additional 64 kilobytes of RAM. But honestly, if somebody could tell me maybe the 80 column card is something like that card. I know the 80 column card maybe has some extra memory. I would not know honestly how to access that. So if, oh, by the way, we have a date here that's from 1984, the card. So the computer is from 1984, the card from 1984, this one. So I guess it was purchased with the computer. This card, that's, as I said, older, made in Ireland, also interesting, from 1978. It's for the disk drives. And then finally we have this card here from 81, and that's the parallel interface card. So if anyone knows if this card, I'm most likely interested in this 80 column card. How can I actually access it? Do I really need to have a, I guess that's an RGB monitor? And does it come with a C80 support? I guess not, because the C80 processor, if I recall from my C80 computer I had, it's more like this size here. And as far as I know, the Apple IIe was more or less the top of the line of the Apple IIe computers before they switched to Macintosh. But here's a really cool thing. Now it's 2025. So this computer is pretty old, more than 40 years. The power supply looks pretty good. Not sure if somebody changed it, but I switched it on after years. It's working fine. So it's actually a pretty good product, the Apple IIe. And what I really like, or what's fascinating, and I know they did the Apple IIe in the late 70s, that it's expandable already. So I'm pretty sure some people maxed it out. I guess memory cards, maybe even you could fit in a hard disk controller in here, most likely a SCSI hard drive. Not sure if the hard drive would be in here. I doubt it. It would be maybe standing somewhere next to the computer. But yeah, so that's the Apple IIe. So before I close that baby up, so I've put in all the cards again. Two things which are interesting. On a PC, you usually have a screw like here, where you can screw them tight. That's obviously not working here. It's not a problem actually, because you're not traveling with that computer. Other question I have, if an Apple IIe user watches this, the floppy disk controller, does it have to be in this slot? Because I have a breakout here, or could it be any slot? Same applies actually to this parallel interface card. Does it matter where you have to place them? And then I remember on a PC, you kind of had to tell the PC where the card is in, or was Apple already clever enough that it kind of recognized it on its own? For the auxiliary card, it's a no-brainer because you have just that slot here. I wonder if one still could use this slot here, or if it was blocked. Obviously, there is also no fan in here. So I'm not sure if there would be a problem. Hey, the other cool thing, other than a PC, you just have that lid here. Looks a little bit beaten up, but remember that computer is more than 40 years old. You pop it here and your computer is just closed. And the cool thing is so now I'm starting it up. So it reads Apple IIe, and if they boot, I wouldn't say boot in, but it should start directly into basic. Sometimes it does not. Not sure, maybe I have to restart it again. I have another question if somebody who has an Apple IIe watches it. So I've showed you the disk in and disk out connection, right? With a 3.5 millimeter jack. Is it true that you could actually use like a computer or even a cell phone and then just connect that to an Apple II, and then from some websites you could download software, which like cassette software, which if you remember makes that crazy noise? So sometimes when it starts, it actually shows like this, and I have no clue what that means. This is definitely some coordinates. I'm not sure if that's something like an assembler code or whatever. But since we talk about this computer, if you're interested in, that is actually the monitor I've got with it. And we have a closer look in a second. Okay, so that's the monitor, and the wire, it's attached like firmly to the monitor, so you cannot take it out. Then, I hope you can see that, that's the serial number. And then there is just one connection, and then you could do some adjustments here. But a pretty cool thing on this monitor is actually this feature here. So you can adjust a little bit actually the CRT, the tube on it. I'm not sure how they do it, so I'm pretty sure the tube must be rotating from the inside as well. But that's pretty neat. Okay, so last but not least, that's the underside of that Apple IIe. Doesn't mean much to me, but that's what it reads. And you see it has the serial number, and I guess that's. So here a little fun fact about that monitor. I've connected it to a computer, and so as I said, it's like 40 years old, but it still can function on a modern computer, and I'm going to show you how that's done. So I use it as a second screen right now, and sorry, I should adjust the second screen to its settings, but however you see it's kind of working. Let's just make that a little bit smaller. And even smaller. And let's see if we find YouTube. Yeah, give me just a second. There we go. And we are having YouTube on here. But it could be any anything else, of course. And just see actually how a video would run. So just give me a second, but has some issues here. Okay, so alrighty, I managed to get into to my other YouTube channel, and you can see, we can see my dog having a dog walk. And let's go full screen. And here you go. So you can still watch YouTube on a, I'd say, more than 40-year-old computer. All you would need is the following thing I want to show you now, but therefore I actually have to turn it off. But anyway, so you see, you still can use a really old monitor with a Windows 10, Windows 11, whatsoever computer, and I think that's pretty awesome. And the only thing you would need is actually a little tiny adapter to make it a RCA